Marcy.
So today what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be making some heart-shaped cookies, specifically chocolate chip cookies, but I chose this recipe because it's just kind of versatile. You can put whatever you want in it, and also it's really cheap, and who doesn't love like a classic chocolate chip cookie? So I have a bunch of my ingredients here, but I already measured them out just because I honestly like to measure everything beforehand and then just put it all in at once. And so we have like flour, some white granulated sugar, we have some brown sugar, vanilla extract, butter, milk, salt, and also an egg. And so I guess we can just go ahead and get started. So first we're going to put in, it says half a cup of butter, but basically it's just like one whole stick of butter, which I technically have like 2 halves, so, but this makes 1 stick of butter. Okay, so it goes in like that. And then we are going to put in half a cup of just your plain old white sugar. So hopefully, yes. I did not want it to like pop out and fly everywhere. So there we go. And then we have half a cup of the brown sugar. So it's just like that. And like these ingredients, like again, I chose this recipe because it's super easy to make and you can just find these ingredients like at your house or just your local supermarket. So it's like nothing too hard to do. And so after the brown sugar, we're gonna go ahead and crack this egg. And so hopefully, there we go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. We'll stick that there. Okay, so after that, this is 2 tablespoons of milk, okay? And so we'll just go ahead and dunk that in. And so just so you know, the reason we put eggs in there is because it kind of makes it fluffier and a little bit more doughy and a little bit more cakey, so it just makes the cookies at the end taste absolutely delicious. So after the 2 tablespoons of milk, we have the vanilla extract. Now, vanilla extract, in my opinion, is like the best thing ever, and it's just absolutely delicious. And so it's going to be 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract. Okay. I always have to like smell it right before I pour it in. But don't taste it. I've tasted it before and it's not good. So that's just 1 teaspoon. And then we need to go ahead and put in another teaspoon. And we'll stick it in there. All right. I'll just close it. Oh, it smells amazing. Okay, and then we have half a teaspoon of salt. There we go. Okay. All right, so here is where you actually want to start mixing just to get some of the ingredients blended together. And I have like this awesome 1980s hand mixer, super old-fashioned, but it fell. It's okay. There you go. All right. All right, you're just gonna like mix that in for a little bit more. As you can see, there's like the chunks of butter, and you just need to basically do it until it's almost all gone. So we'll just keep on going. Yep. And we'll just mix it in just a little bit more. All right, and so soon what we're gonna do after the break is we're gonna put in the flour and then the rest of the chocolate chips and then just mix it in some more. So thank you.
Are you always having accidents in the kitchen? Are you tired of finger food? If so, you need the Stoppo knife. These gloves will stop any amount of pressure. Now you're free of extraneous bits and pieces. Your hands will be protected from any injury. They're easy to put on, and they don't inhibit movement. Never worry about ruining your dishes.
I've mixed it in a little bit more. It really looks kind of gross right now, but we're gonna go ahead and stick in 1.5 cups of flour. And it's a good thing I measured this out beforehand because it just would have been like super messy to try and like measure it out, and then flour goes everywhere. that is all ready. And then we got to mix it in some more. And so you just want to mix this in because you want all the flour to be gone. And as you can see, it's not white anymore. Of course, it has white on the sides, but then you can just like get a spatula and like push that in there. But it's mixed for the most part, and then at this point is where you can add your chocolate chips, like whether they're milk chocolate, which is what I did, or you could do white chocolate chips, or I don't know, I guess even some almonds or walnuts, anything like that. You can put anything you want in there. And so you need 2/3 of a cup for it, or maybe I should just like, let's go freestyle. Oh yes. Okay, just like a lot of chocolate chips. I'm a chocoholic, absolutely love it so much. And then just mix it in a little bit more. Oh my goodness. You guys, that looks so good. Oh, that's really good. And as Julia Child said, like when she was in the kitchen, if she made mistakes or anything like that, like who's to know that I'm eating the cookie dough? So we just mix that again. Okay, so as you can see, the consistency is kind of wet. And so what you need to do is actually get wax paper, put some flour on it, and then put all of the dough on here, and then put another wax paper sheet on top of that. And then it's just basically kind of like a sandwich, and you actually have to freeze it for an hour. And then what that does, it's going to harden your dough, and then you can roll it out with a rolling pin. And so there you can get like a thicker consistency so that it's not like all wet. Because if you were to try and like cut it with this right here, it just kind of like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like glue or something like that. So what you need to do, again, is to just freeze it. I would say for about an hour or so. Also depends on how strong your freezer is. Yeah, that was really good. It was really delicious. And actually, I think it needs more chocolate chips, in my opinion. Yes, it needs a little bit more chocolate chips. For all the chocolate lovers out there. Or even just like without the chocolate chips, it'd be great sugar cookies. And so basically, after you freeze it for about an hour, that's when you would get like your cookie cutter. You have to put flour on it so that it doesn't stick to it. And then just start cutting your cookies, and then you have to bake it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it's going to be for about 10 to 11 minutes or so. And so basically at the end of it, so my cookies got kind of like look like this. And so as you can see, it has a lot of the nice chocolate chips in it, and it's in the little heart shape. But it turns out to be really, really delicious. And so again, you could just like do this at home for like any party or anything, like just like a snack. I did this like late at night yesterday, and it was absolutely a lot of fun. And so, and if you want your dough to be a little bit creamier, I would probably suggest put one more egg in. I actually think I probably could have put in one more egg. But other than that, I would say that's about it. You know, just go ahead and mix. I think I actually need to mix this in a little bit more because I have more of the flour on the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Actually, you know what? And I think that looks so much better. And so this is just the final product, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Trying to see if I could take it off, but that's okay. And so I just hope you guys really enjoy these cookies. Thank you for joining me.